Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. In this video, I'm going to show you my fix to this wall that has concrete, uneven concrete that comes up 3 feet. Normally I would just frame a wall in front of it, but the homeowner doesn't want to lose the amount of space. So the plan here is to grind back the concrete so it is below or at least flush with the wood on top. And then put Tyvek over it and then put a sheet of plywood so we have a nice continuous edge going all the way across. So guys, I don't have a video for material. The material will be 5/8 plywood, 1.5 inch and 3-inch deck screws, and then Tyvek. Guys, once again, make sure that you have a barrier between concrete and wood, because over time that concrete, the moisture in the concrete will rot the wood out. So what we'll do now is the tools list. Alright guys, this is our tools list. So I have safety glasses, earplugs, a grinder with a concrete cutting wheel. Respirator. Guys, I highly recommend using a respirator in this type of setting. Don't use a dust mask. This dust is highly toxic and there's a lot of it. Have a hammer, impact, and then cross lighter. Guys, this is what I need for tools, so let's get started. Alright guys, so I need to fix this wall here. So this wall here. So if you want to look at it from the side, you see how the concrete is not straight. So I think the easiest thing to do is put another piece of plywood on top here to push this wall out. And then guys, you can see here where the laser is, that is what's still sticking out. So I'm going to cut this stuff out with our grinder with a concrete blade. Alright, so I have my laser here, and that is what you see, the green down here, that is what is sticking out. So I'm going to, I'll cut this all out now, so we have a straighter edge for when we go to drywall this later on. Guys, we want to minimize the amount of space lost in this space because it's already so tight. Alright guys, wear earplugs, safety glasses, and I highly recommend a respirator as well. A dust mask in this case, I don't believe it's going to do it. This kicks up a lot of dust. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the left side of the wall, and then we'll go across, taking out any of the high spots. Alright guys, so you can see how the laser isn't hitting anything. So this is actually quicker than I thought. I'm very happy about it. But now that I've straightened this wall out, the plan will be we'll scab some plywood to push the edge of the wall out, and then we'll go over it with drywall. Alright guys, so with our concrete down here, we need to put a barrier between the plywood that we're going to put up and the concrete. So that's what the Tyvek is more than enough, but so the concrete down will be covered up by the Tyvek, and now what we're going to do is put a sheet of plywood the whole way down. We're going to screw it in where we can, and that is going to give us a new continuous edge all the way from the top of the ceiling to the bottom of the concrete. So guys, this is all screwed in here, and then I got screws there, and then screws at the bottom, and that's going to hold this backside in place to make the plywood a little more rigid. All right, guys, this is our piece of plywood that goes from the bottom all the way to the top. So now we're going to have a continuous edge. So guys, here we have to scab plywood all the way across so it looks one big uniform sheet. And because we have a wall over here, that's going to break this side from the opposite. But with that now done, guys, this is the way I would fix where you have a lot of exposed concrete and you have no way to screw any drywall into it. So what we'll do now is an overview of this job. All right, guys, so that concludes this project. So with this project here, I mean, this is my simple fix. For drywall, you need a continuous edge. If you are off even by 1/8 of an inch, you either have to put a whole ton of mud to fix it, or you have to grind it down, because you will see anything that you see before drywall, if it's uneven, you'll see it after drywall. The time on this project, the time was about 3 hours. Most of it was grinding the concrete down. Once the concrete was where it needed to be, it was relatively easy. Just cut a sheet of plywood and then screw it in. So the plywood is screwed in 3 feet from the bottom. It's floating at the bottom, and then the 2x6 stud at the back will keep the plywood rigid in the back. But I don't anticipate any problems with this. I think this is a simple solution to maximize the amount of square footage in the space. The cost on this job: the plywood, the screws, the little bit of tieback, I'm gonna say is probably about $70. Guys, this is a very simple fix to this problem, and I think this is also the fastest fix, because the amount of framing needed to fix this, going all the way back to the wall with the bathroom on the other side, I think that's going to take longer to do that than what I've done here. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope something here is going to help you on your project when you need to go ahead and do that. Guys, until next time, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next project.